almost time. Nigeria versus Zambia, live commentary on Velvet Online, live commentary. Yes, guys, welcome. It's almost time. The players are in. It's almost time. Still can stay. 20 seconds more to the game. Yes, guys, welcome. Welcome. Just enjoy the live commentary we are about to give you. And please, if you come, subscribe to the channel. Yes. Velvet Online, subscribe. Yes, it's almost time to kick off. About 5 seconds time. We are kicking off. Nigeria women versus Zambia women. Let's go, guys.
Copper socks, left to right. Instantly, infringement going the way of the Zambian side. So, Desire Operanosi alongside me, who a four-time WAFCON winner, scored in 3 finals, won the Golden Boot. Hugely prestigious appearance in this competition. What on earth have you made of those changes by Justin Madugu, particularly the opportunity to give Ijama Lucy a chance?
Well, I think it's a brave change, and given Ijama Lucy her first start in this tournament so far, it's really a brave change from the coach. And I mean, he's been with these players, he's seen them in training, and I'm sure for him to have started her, there is a lot of quality that she can probably bring into this game today.
Big test for the player based in the People's Republic of China. Well, the Zambian player scored the free kick on the Wednesday, scored Nigeria deep, and it goes, Allen with the head. And he is the super Falcons to strike early, just 2 minutes on the clock, barely 80 seconds. And it's normally the Zambians who start fast. Today, it is Nigeria. Osinache Ahale with her first goal of the tournament. It was keeping. Where was the Zambian defence? The Super Falcons. Start for a team that is yet to concede in this tournament, Nigeria Super Falcons. This is just what Zambia did not want.
Definitely, this is perfectly a good way to start for the Nigerians. I mean, this reminds me of the first meeting between Zambia and Nigeria, where Ohale also scored. In that game, it was 6-0 against Zambia. Today again, the same Ohale tend to replicate that same feat, and what a good start for Nigeria. I think this will give them edge going forward.
Games in the group phase since 2008, a year when they did not manage to lift the trophy the first time ever, in fact. He'll be speaking about his desire to see the team score more goals. There he is on your screen. He'll be absolutely delighted with that start. As well. Zambia puts you first in every single one of their games, always within the first 50 minutes. No Zambian player has ever actually found the back of the net against Nigeria. This is the 4th meeting between the sides when Zambia won their last encounter in the 3rd place playoff in 2022. The Copper Queens won by a goal to the courtesy of a very unfortunate home goal with Chiamaka Nanozi. A really good strike from distance for Zambia. Back off the post, Lots of different goal scorers in those meetings in 2014 and 2018.
have another player who scored more than once, Osinachi Ohale. This is our second goal against Zambia, so what a good start.
Just to put some of the
Nigeria, they know how to process the ball, they know how to keep it, and they've done really well on that so far.
Shoma Wemba just playing it out into touch again. It is a familiar backline and a central defensive duo as well of Blessing, Mapalo Maluba, the young 18-year-old who's really impressed alongside Wemba, who's the relative veteran of the side despite being just 24 years of age. The player who wears number 3. Long hair at the back for the Queens. Musole in goal hasn't missed a minute. Full match of rotators. Ajibile into the middle it comes. And it's loose. It's a really important block from Musole. And again. It's a free kick here. But once again, Nigeria in behind. And she's taken a lot of criticism from Gabo Musole in the first 2 games for Zambia, but that was a really important block. Morroco it was with the strike, and
yeah.
Where was this hunger in the previous games?
I guess this comes with a lot of criticism they've received over those previous games, and that can be accounted for the strength that we've seen so far in this game.
So let's look together in those 2 previous encounters. Nigeria met teams that hearts the bus effectively. Botswana very much so playing for time. Trying to hold on to a point they ultimately got down in the 89th minute. The strike from Chiwendu. Ihezuro Larbi, something of a super sub that starts today. And then Algeria performed magnificently. We denied everything that Nigeria could throw them. The coach Madugu said today he was expecting a far more open game, and already we are seeing that as Ajibile again makes progress down the right hand side, but no free kick. Rachel Kundananji wearing 17, got on control. And just one-way traffic above the Greece runners. Barbara Banda trying to latch onto a hopeful ball forward.
Yes, I mean, like I said earlier, the only way Nigeria can actually keep, this attack quiet, the Zambian attack quiet, is to make sure the ball doesn't get to them. Keep the attack away from receiving those ball supply, and they've really done well so far in this game. It's been 8 minutes, and Nigeria have been able to handle that.
Indeed, cut off the supply line will be key. We've seen Kundananji and Banda what they can do. We've not seen the best of Nigeria, but we are possibly beginning to do so. As for Zambia, well, they made it through the tournament after, as I said, coming second in Group A. They started against Morocco with a 2-2 draw, a really lively encounter. Then a super game against Senegal, 3-2. Zambia won it end-to-end basketball-style stuff before a relatively meagre 1-0 victory against the Democratic Republic of Congo. Kundananji scoring in all 3 games. She'll be desperate to maintain that run. Wemba away. Up to Banda. Trying to use her strength. But that's a really interesting battle. They've got really interesting battles all over the pitch as well. Interesting that we've got various players from the best 11 are selected by experts from the Confederation of African Football. 3 players from Zambia on the pitch, 2 from Nigeria. And some of them are going to sort of be going up against each other, the likes of Plumter against Banda. We've got Banda, the reigning African Women's Footballer of the Year, against the reigning African Women's Goalkeeper of the Year.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to be a very tight contest, between 2 teams that are I mean, that they've been tipped to be the best, the best favorite teams in this tournament, and coming up against each other, is expected that we will see a lot of challenges between, key battles between Banda and the likes of Plonta and Chamaka and the rest of them. So it's really expected.
Well, this could be a concern for Zambia. They might be forced into an early change, who knows, because Margaret Belemu is down on the ground and she was hitting the turf in frustration, just caught there by Hezuo. 28 years of age now, the right back Belemu made the best 11 for the tournament 3 years ago. They do have options. Martha Tembu can come on if needs be. There you go, you can see the elbow just catching, or the forearm catching Belemu in the face. And the other fullback for Zambia, Rachel Nachula, well, she's switched sides throughout the competition, and so if they had to take off Belemu, they could bring on Tembo and just move Nachula to right back. Up towards Banda, good flick on from to Michel Lozier, one of those coming back into the side today. Ajibade, one of just 3 players in the Super Falcon side to have played every minute. Morroco back into the Nigeria skipper. Look at the confidence. Lovely play from Ajibade. Morroco hints of offside, but it didn't go up. Here is Ajibade again. Room to deliver it into the middle. And Masole comes out, comfortably gathers, and it looks to instantly set Zambia on their way. Ashley Plunter, one of those in the best 11, as we were saying. Thou shalt not pass was her attitude, and she's been really impressive. Plunter, the former England international, so far in this tournament.
She has been one of Nigeria's best players so far. She's had more clearance, more ball possession than every other player in the Nigerian squad. So she's really been very outstanding.
As a former England player, she played at England youth level from under 15 to under 23 before choosing to play for Nigeria, where her paternal grandfather came from. Broken up in midfield. Jeremy Lucy's starting and getting really involved in these early exchanges. Into Okoronkwo, in behind. So it has to come out. She does gather well. Okoronkwo, it's her first start of this tournament, having been sub in every game. And arguably, she absolutely deserves her chance because she's got really good movement up front. She's straight to the play. And I know that the 6-time African Women's Footballer of the Year, Oshuala, is on the bench. Nigeria behind just for a moment, Zambia. But Okoronkwo deserves her starting spot today, does she not?
Very well deserved. We've seen what she did in those 2 previous games where she was subbed in. She assisted 2 goals, and apart from those assists, we saw how mobile she was at the offensive area, how she spreads open to the wing, takes defenders on. That's what you want to see from your attackers, and she's ticked all of those boxes, and I think it's a well-deserved start for her today.
Maluba up towards Grace Chanda, back in the side today after picking up 2 yellow cards in the group phase. And a key player for the Copper Queens, another who made the best 11 in this tournament 3 years ago, and one of 3 players with the National Women's Super League side, Orlando Pride, alongside Chilufya, Friska Chilufya and Banda. So they know each other's game incredibly well, and here is Banda. We've yet to see the best of her. Into Kundananji, Chilufya, Chanda, Belemu, recovered. Nice turn inside from Chanda. Banda clearly thought she was going to be offside. Kundananji. I did the likes of Banda and Kundananji in the middle. Getting the header away. Banda just barely into the teenage. It's into the back forward. Looking long. played by Lachula, 39 years of age now, but you simply wouldn't know it the way she's played in this tournament.
You wouldn't. I mean, former track and field athlete, you know, she was at the Beijing Olympics back in 2008, and it's incredibly amazing to see her at her age, 39 years of age, how vital she's been for this Zambian team.
And a former bronze medal winner in the African Athletics Championships in 2008 as well, Lachula. One of two athletes turned footballers in this Zambian side. Elosier. Morroco cannot win the head. Lungu. It's good to see Lungu back on the pitch. She was caught really badly against the Congolese in the face by a high boot. And a red card for Fallon Kambani. Just over 20 minutes to go. Just like that. And their goal tally. Here's Fallon trying to get in behind. Luatoso Demahit. Chilufia, forward into Banner. We'll just read this. Zambia win a throw-in well. They just got sucker punched by the opening couple of minutes in this game, and they think it's taken them a little bit of time to respond, and they are beginning to do so.
Yeah, it's taking them a little bit of time because, I mean, Nigeria brought Zambia's kind of game to them. You know, in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of start, this is that Zambia, they've scored in every, I mean, their first shot at goal in every game they've scored, and that happens within the first 15 minutes of the game, and Nigeria brought that to them, and it's taking them time to actually, you know, settle into this game.
But they made a fast start on match day 1. Nigeria goal after 4 minutes for Oshuala against the Violet. But as Desire Operanosi, the former Super Falcon, 13 WAFCON goals to her name, says the start of this game was Zambia being out-Zambiaed by the Super Falcons. Fourth of 6 games in this stadium. It'll be Zaouli. Semi-finals will be here for whoever wins this game. They will stay here. Third place playoff. These two teams met 3 years ago. They will also be here. Nigeria have played all their matches in the stadium. Zambia moved around, as Banda is doing now on the left-hand side. Still she comes forward, Banda. Striker goal. The 25-year-old off target, but at least an effort on the Nigerian goal for once. And, well, Nadozi. She has kept 3 clean sheets, but she's had precious little to do in terms of shots coming her way. I think in the 3 games that she has played, it's really just the one really early on in the game against Botswana, with a few away to Kelly, forced to save. Otherwise, it's a strike from distance. Nigeria had a shot on target, supposedly, but it was really a cross, and Tunisia actually didn't manage to do so. So Nadozie, it's going to be really interesting to see how she stands up to the likes of Banda and Kundananji when, inevitably, she does get tested.
Definitely, it will be interesting to see, and judging from the fact that she haven't really, you know, had the opportunity to show her quality, thanks to her dreaded defense, the likes of Ohale and Demehin, who have shielded her from a lot of pressure. But it will really be nice to see how she does well against the likes of Banda and Kundananji.
Alozio with room to deliver. Not fully clear. Unable to keep the strikes down was Halimatu Ayinde, back in the side today, rested for that final group game. It can often count against you when you interrupt the rhythm of a side, when you rest players, but arguably that's what the Super Falcons needed, because they weren't ever really in their groove.
Yes, they were not in their groove, and I think this rest actually will, you know, do well for the team, and they will get a lot of tired legs refreshed, and you know, come back into this game against Zambia to actually you know, do what is required of them.
As you can see, Ajibade being called late. Wemba with the foul. All yellow cards were cleared at the end of the group phase, which means thankfully we don't have the spectre of anybody at risk of suspension. Well, this is not too dissimilar to the position from which Nigeria launched the ball with just over a minute on the clock following that opening goal. In it goes deep again, and up they go again. It heads forward. Clubs are trying to get on the end of that deep searching ball in, unable to do so. And Zambia have a free kick. It was Ehezua at the end, and she was claiming a corner. It wasn't the cleanest, it seemed to come off a pair of shoulders. And after some decision, it has indeed been given as a corner to the Super Falcons. Well, we know that Zambia are suspect at the back. They conceded 4 times in their opening 2, then they kept a clean sheet last time out against the Congolese. But it has often been their Achilles heel, driven in, and turned behind for another corner. Jamie Lucy firing that in. A lot of players in and around Musole. And Jibale goes up, and that's well cleared away. Here is the 24-year-old again. Over it is, Rwanda away. And Zambia will be mightily relieved to have this throw right in front of their dugout, and they want to get moving. Chanda into Banda. Banda forward into Lungu. Avozier just taking the ball off the toes of Kundanamji. Chanda dispossessed, unfairly so in the eyes of the referee. Hezor. See the pace, the desire, the urgency in Zambia. They've got to remember there's a long time to go. And just approaching the midway point of the first half. Chanda delivered this in for the Copper Queens. And Rosie straight into her arms. 24-year-old. Bad memories of previous encounter at this tournament against Zambia. A very, very reliable goalkeeper at the back for the Super Falcons, and a woman on a mission to achieve what the whole of Nigeria is calling Mission X. They want to win a 10th continental title, to go one better than the likes of China in Asia, and the United States in the Central America, CONCACAF region. Both of those nations level with Nigeria on 9 wins in the women's game. X, of course, for Latin for 10. Now for a 10th title. And at present, cutting off that supply line is working for Nigeria. Banda goes down and misses the free kick.
Yeah, it is working. Chamaka have done so well, Nadeja have done so well, coming out to cut off all those balls behind the defense, and thanks to her, she was able to help Nigerian defense deal with that.
Well, Banda was speaking in the pre-match press conference, saying how much she was looking forward to this game. It's going to be competitive. I am so excited to play. A reminder that she wasn't here 3 years ago, nor Kundanamji, nor Chilufia. Confusion over the gender eligibility rules, and yet Zambia still managed to come third. Here they are. Theoretically, they should go better. Rosie gathering again. Well, that's 2 balls in now from the Copper Queens, and both of them straight at the Nigeria goalkeeper. They've got to use them when they come. Bellamy. Chanda. And a judge touch the whole ball to have gone over the line. Not necessarily look that way from here. I am not standing along the touchline, and neither is Desire. Operanosi. It's going to be a hold-up in play because Lungu, who, as said, was caught in the preceding game, is down a completely different part of the body for the 27-year-old. Nicknamed Xavi and the female computer by fans in Zambia, which gives you an idea about the way in which she plays the game. As we see Nora Hautler, the Swiss coach of the Copper Queens, really enthusiastic, bubbly, determined, focused. Madugu, who's had far more thinking to do in the build-up to this game. How he can get his side to score goals. Taking the lead would have been his dreams last night as he put his head to his pillow. What can they do with it? Jennifer Enchichini switching the play out to Gemma Lucy, but she's not going to be able to get that. What a meeting this is. This side of the draw. Zambia, Nigeria, South Africa. Three sides expected of who could conceivably go all the way. Morroco, in the weaker half of the draw, must be licking their lips. Second time in a row when that takes place. A week tomorrow, the 26th of July, the Moroccan capital, Rabat. Morroco. Jamie Lucy, Chula, that's how defensive work. Really impressed in this debut. Chula trying to flick. You've been speaking to some of the players ahead of today's game, given that it wasn't really so long ago that you were playing with them, many of them in the 2023 Women's World Cup, of course. To you in a moment. What are your thoughts in it? As Zambia takes possession, and what sort of mood did you find them in?
Oh, they were in a very positive mood. I was with them fairly 8 hours before this game, and in a very positive mood. They assured me that they would do the job, and they seemed very relaxed, and we could see so far how they managed to show how determined they are to make this happen.
So Demahin, the first to go in the book. You can see the hand across the face of Banda. 23 years of age, Demahin. Also one of the 3 players on the field to have not missed a minute so far. She plays with Galatasaray in Turkey. Shot to prominence really for Nigeria, the World Cup 2 years ago. Mainstay. Back alongside O'Halloran. Well, that's another wasted free kick in. That's 3 now in the opening half hour. And not one of them has got to a Zambian player.
Yeah, and it's very disappointing to see that, because in a match of this caliber, set piece like this, we should be able to utilize them and make it count. And it's very disappointing to see from the Zambian side.
They need to improve in that. Ramaphosa, Banda trying to get into the game. Here she goes, Banda. O'Halloran, still Barbara Banda into the middle, cut back to Turner, who can't drop it. Chilufya on the turn. It just hacked away. Well, that was the best we've seen of Banda so far. Chilufya. Mary Walombe. The Chula. Get the Zambia fans going. A really really interesting to see her back herself against Ohali. She took the long way round on the outside, but she did exactly what she needed to do.
Exactly, that has been her game. Once she sees that opportunity, she uses it very well. I mean, those are key battles between Banda and Ohali, and each time that opportunity comes, you know, Banda gets ahead and does what she does.
Remember, dispossessing Morroco. Kundananji round the corner looking for Chanda, who missed that chance, a very, very presentable chance, and far and away the best opening that the Copper Queens have had in this game so far. A reminder, in case you're joining us late, there was just 2 minutes on the clock when Ohale opened the scoring with a really impressive header from a free kick. Nigeria haven't fully tested the Soleil since there was a flag up there from Kundananji, but she's got to do better than that. And she brings down Blunter. Nigeria can clear their lines, but she had options ahead of her, options to the right-hand side, and she played it to a player in green.
Yeah, I'm sure she chose the option in front of her, and good interception by Blunter, by the way.
So Lungu can no longer continue, and on comes Everine Katongo, yet to start a game. And this might not be the worst move for Zambia, because despite the fact that Lungu has been key in midfield for the Copper Queens, well, Katongo came on the other day for her first minutes of the tournament. She'd been sick and set out training at the start of the competition, but she really impressed in the 30 minutes that she had against the Congolese. Started every game for Zambia when they made their Women's World Cup bout in 2023. And she's a really good player in the middle of that midfield. What do you think she will bring to the game that's different to Lungu? She's obviously a little bit more offensive.
Definitely. I mean, she obviously impressed in her previous game prior to this match, and I think for the coach to have that much trust and to bring her into a game against Nigeria, a game of this caliber, I think she has really a lot to offer to the team.
Just 22 years of age, Katongo based back home in Zambia with Green Buffaloes as a few of their squad mates are. She will just be a direct replacement. They play with 2 City midfielders and Chanda ahead of them. The front 3, Kundananji, Fandom in the middle, and Chilufya. Into the middle it goes. And the search and delivery. There is Chilufya. 26 years of age now. So best work in the final field, the final third of the field, as Katongo gets a first touch. Echigini of Paris Saint-Germain, France. Antiwada, Atletico Madrid in Spain. A really good ball in again, and goes Okoronkwo to make it 2, and she makes no mistake. And the record maritime Africa champions are running away with this. And after game in this tournament, finally, Mr. Okoronkwo has her first goal of the tournament, and didn't she take it well? Nigeria are blowing Zambia away. We thought the goals would come at the other end. The likes of Band and Kundananji, the power. Instead, the Super Falcons are showing us their experience, showing us their prowess in class. Zara Pronosi.
Great goal, great process. I noticed how the Zambian defense haven't really, they've been struggling to deal with all those aerial balls, and it has come back to, you know, bite them. The first aerial ball in that defensive area they conceded, another one they conceded, and the other one as well, the one before this one, they almost, you know, Nigeria almost got something out of it. I think Zambia really needs to, you know, deal with that, you know, start winning those aerial duels.
Okoronkwo is another, like Ohale, who likes playing against Zambia in this tournament. She scored in the 4-0 win in 2018. She was the Super Falcons' top scorer in qualifying, but she's had to wait for this. Her 4th appearance in the tournament for her first goal, and in truth, she deserved to get on the score sheet before. Finally, she has her reward. She did help the Hezro score goals, and now the question is, Zambia to find a way back in. This is that chance for China just 5 minutes ago. Here again, we don't expect the lack of quality to be at this end of the pitch for Zambia, but that's what's happening.
Definitely, I mean, for a team that is trailing 2-0 and with this much lack of quality we've seen from this side, it's definitely not good if they are to, go through to the next one.
We often talk about the importance of experience in football. Nigeria have stacks of it, and say earlier, unfamiliar territory to the Zambians. Got to deliver, and they've got a mini mountain to climb. Found them. Ketongo. Loose. They're just slow and hurrying. They're very hurrying. I wonder what the coach is thinking from the touchline and what she's going to say. But as I said before, there is plenty of time. As you said, Larbi ball in from Jibane for Morroco. 2 searching deliveries, and each time they do it, it's dropping in behind, and it's causing real problems.
Exactly, it's causing real problems for the Zambian defense. And I mean, before this game, the coach knew her defense had a problem, but obviously they still haven't been able to fix that problem, and you could see all of the faults from this game so far.
Whereas it appears that Nigeria have been able to cure their relative problem. 1 goal in the last 2 games, now 2 goals in just 1 half. Well, you can only imagine the confidence that this is going to give against Nigeria side.
Definitely. Scoring goals is, I mean, that's the difference in any game. And I mean, in this game, Nigeria is to go up, and that's definitely the difference. I need to give them confidence going forward.
So many of these Nigerian players have lifted the trophy more times than Zambia have been in semi-finals. At present, that experience is showing. Flattered by Ketongo. Ketongo again. Demi just taking no chances as she touches that out. The outfield, the play. There is Hamlet. She has got serious thinking. That 41-year-old took charge in January, had led Ghana in qualifying to this tournament, and then given the chance to work with the likes of Banda, Kindanamji, and others. That's going to be a corner. Zambia's way, and the Swiss did not say no. Hunger and hunting are words we continually hear from Morroco in press conferences. Desperate Zambia are for this title. Goal will give them a lift. Chanda. Still they can find a fellow Zambia player with a couple of points take a set piece. Substitute appearances. Just for B1 as well. It's a yellow card as well. Nachula looking absolutely baffled by that decision, but it's a pretty obvious infringement. danger again. Same tactic. And goes there. Doesn't work. And once again, Zaouli comes to you at the moment. We've seen 4 free kicks or set pieces from the Zambians who run out of the field. They've not managed to find one of their teammates, and every time Nigeria do at the other end, finding the opposite.
Exactly. I mean, they've delivered the ball really well, and each time they bring in those deliveries, there is a contact on it, and there's a connection. You know, the Nigerian attack is always there to make contact with the ball, and it shows a very promising move from the Nigerian attack. It goes to show that they've worked on these things in training, and we could see how well it's playing out this afternoon.
Morroco, as you can see, just unable to generate the power. Morroco putting in some really good deliveries. Zambia simply can't do it. Popped it down on the floor. Play goes on. Alozia. Achula. She just with Nigeria to be kicker. I imagine this will be one of the more comfortable team talks at half time for Madugu, whereas a lot of work to do. 2-0 is not an unmanageable score as long as you can score the next one.
Definitely, and I mean, against a team like Zambia, you should score as many as you can, because they can actually, come back to score 2 or more goals.
Well, you think a third would kill the slot. Let's have a look. Chandler. Bounder ahead of her to the left. Chilufya to the right. She trying to play it into Chilufya. A reminder that if Zambia were to be able to get themselves back into this, ended level after 90 minutes, we'll be going to extra time, and if level after that, penalties would be required. It doesn't look like that at present. Chanda. Too far forward again. Grace Chanda missed that last game I said through suspension, and she's not quite the player that we saw a few years ago, because she's struggling to find her teammates. She's looking for them, but often overhitting it or just misplacing her passes.
Yeah, that's because there is a lot of pressure on her. The Nigerian midfield is not, giving her that space to do with the ball whatever she wants, and that's why she's actually having it very difficult to, locate Banda, because we've seen that that's her game. Each time she has the ball, she's looking for Banda, she's looking for Kundananji, and in this game, she hasn't really had that opportunity to do that.
Well, she's had the opportunities, it's just she's not executed it when she has. Banda, with differing ideas. That's a corner. Tackle came in. Abel arguing, going on about how that should be a goal kick. Demahin went in, we'll see it here. I thought it looked like a corner, I must be honest, and I think that replay suggests that Bushra Kabubi got her decision absolutely correct as well. Can Zambia match the Nigerians at set piece? They go short on this occasion. Chanda into the box it goes. All of them. And no, they can't. Here's the answer. In the 45th minute, and Nigeria by far and away the happier of the slides. Too deep again. Pass and build-up game that Zambia had to look through. Bellamy. Safety back into Nadozi. Joining Brighton. So she's been in camp for this tournament, previously based in Paris, and she looks up towards Morroco, based in Canada. Hezero is in behind. Here is a Hezero! Oh, the Super Falcons are flying high, sky high. Hezero has their third of the tournament. Nigeria have their third of the half. And Zambia's Copper Queens are being battered. Well, it was Route 1 stuff to the delight of those supporters. Look at this, straight down the middle. And if they are targeting Zambia in the air as a tactic at the back, it is very much paying off. And surely this is now a step too far for the Zambians, and Nigeria showing all the quality that has made them champions time and again in this competition. Desirable Pronosi.
What a game this is for Nigeria. What a game. I mean, cruising to 3 goals in the first half. Who would have thought against a ruthless Zambian attack? Who would have thought? Great goal from Ihezro, good follow-up, and I think Zambian defense should have dealt with that. But again, aerial balls, they're having it very difficult to deal with. 3 goals, the same scenario, aerial goals. Well done to the Super Falcons.
Well, reminder, timely possibly, that Nigeria have yet to concede in this tournament. And I thought the days of 4-0s and 6-0s by Nigeria against Zambia were possibly over, but they're ahead. Speaking that very well. Half left to go. And at some point, it could be a play to try for the title. Maluba. She's found it hard going. Matthew Mwemba. She didn't get the header right. Hezero taking the goal really well. The 28-year-old based in Mexico with Pachuca. Kutunga. Bellamy. Forward again and straight again to a Nigerian mother. Then a Zambia. Chilufya. Can she do better? Into the middle, into the midriff of Ayinde. Plucked her. Jiva Dewa. Into the midriff. I'm not necessarily sure we should be stopping the game for that, but something you see a lot of. Ayinde will just take her time. Down 4 minutes of additional time. Being added to the end of this half. Desire, I know you had to express partiality and be a commentator, but you had a smile on your face, and this half for Super Falcons simply could not have gone any better. That goal at the end of this half, that cherry on the icing of the cake so far.
It couldn't have gone any better for the Super Falcons. I mean, with the tension that came before this game, the pressure on the team, and I think it finally paid off at the end of the day. They've done really so well, and if they can, continue like this in the second half, I think they'll have all the smile.
They might even have an opportunity to rest a few players ahead of the semi-finals on Tuesday. I didn't think we'd be saying that sort of thing ahead of the half-time whistle. Over. Anywhere will do time. Their back header allowed it, Hezero, and their Mwemba didn't have the strength, the muscle, Hezero off the ball. So allowing her to her previous goals against Botswana. She is it. She is it. Nigeria's top scorer here with those 3 goals, 2 more than anyone else. Suddenly it's looking a lot brighter. It's Nigeria's Morroco. The half-time whistle. Well, we expected this to be a tight affair. It has been anything but, because out of the blocks. An early goal. Osinache Ohale, just 2 minutes on the clock before Esther Okoronkwo, who made that opening goal, scored just after that half hour. Making it stroke of heart incredibly once again. In a goal for Nigeria. Nadozie has yet to have a save to make because Bandazepa was off target and Chanda couldn't profit when found by the reigning applicant who was one of the leading. That was breaking as Nigeria 3, Zambia
0. Yes, guys. Wow. Nigeria 3-0 against Zambia. Nigeria remained 3, Zambia 0 in the first half. Wow, what a performance by Nigeria. Wow. Yes. They were so good. Early goal. They got an early goal. It was so good. Wow. Well done, Nigeria. Yes. Well done, Nigeria.
It's covered by Shea. Smiles you can only imagine. It's going to have to be something mightily special from Zambia if they are going to be able to turn this around.
Wonderful performance by Nigerian women. Wonderful. Ball possession. Nigeria 50.9. Zambia 49.1. 51% for Nigeria, 49% for Zambia. Shot at goal. 6 shot for Nigeria, 3 shot for Zambia. Shot on target. 5 shot on target for Nigeria, 0 shot on target for Zambia. Wow. Passes complete. Passes 1-5-3 for Nigeria, 1-4-4 for Zambia. Wow. Corner kicks 2-2 for Nigeria and Zambia. Offside. 1 offside for Nigeria, 0 for Zambia. Fouls committed. 5 fouls for Nigeria, 5 fouls for Zambia. Wow. That is good. What an entertaining first half. Commanding display by Nigeria in the first half. Yes.
Converting their chances, and this just goes to show how that criticism have worked and how much work they've put into in training to make sure.
Nice. This is good. Nice. All right. Stay tuned. The second half will be back. We'll be back for the second half so soon, very soon. Yes. We'll be back for the second half very soon. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Yes, guys. Don't go away.
okay, and we still be going in the coming season. Yes, I mean, when I look at it from the agent point of view, I mean, that's a good money. I said, we don't want to think twice. When it's actually moving from Chelsea to Arsenal, from a big club to a big club, when it makes a house.
And their identities have been confirmed by the internet, by public opinion.
And I'm reading somewhere that Byron's wife's
For you, their style, their philosophy, their system might not be able to suit how you play your football, and adjusting will become a problem, because nowadays, when certain price tag are being attached to a certain player, an expectation is already there waiting for you. You understand? And the pressure is still mounting on Arsenal to win a trophy this season. So are you coming to add up, or you just coming to be just like an average normal player? These are the questions we need to be asking. But then for the player, he has proven himself at Chelsea, even though he has not been that convincing, but his little touches and games has shown what he's made of. And then if he can take that same form to Arsenal, then it means that he's going to add something to the Arsenal team, which can put them in a position of challenging for trophies this season. Because for me, I was telling somebody yesterday that failure of Arteta to win a trophy this season will be the
That's it. You think this is his last chance?
Yes, this will be the final decision, because, mind you, over the years, you've been given everything you need. You're still not delivering. And the club is still being patient with you, that you are rebuilding. You are still in progress. Now they are giving you everything you need. This player has come to join your team. If they should get Jokeres, as in what we are hearing, I think this season will be the moment, the decision maker for Arteta. I mean, there will be no excuse. But then for me, it's a good move. Come on, Nathan, it's a solid move. I mean, his agent has worked very well to get this deal. I mean, if it were to be other clubs, other players, you'll be struggling to get, because now you don't fit into the Chelsea system. What next for you?
So you think that getting a route to Arsenal? I agree with you on the good work done by the agent, because if you can't make it at Chelsea, you are 23. Most likely you go down. Maybe Villa, if you like, maybe Wolves, maybe Forest, or you leave England completely. But to go to Arsenal, I agree with you. The agent has done some very good work.
That's a good business. I mean, smart business. Because 23 and you are being shipped out of Chelsea, then there's a question mark. Other clubs will start asking.
Yeah, because it's a club full of young players.
Yes. And now, mind you, most of the clubs are doing homegrown.
Yes.
Most of the clubs are promoting their academy boys. So if you are coming in, you are coming in with something special.
Donny Madueke joins Arsenal, £48.5 million. According to the story, the fee rises to 50 million with add-ons. So that is that. Madueke played 92 times for Chelsea after he joined from PSG in January 2023. For those who like their profit and loss, you can do your mathematics. He joined Chelsea for 30 million. Chelsea are selling him for 48.5, almost 50. So they've made like 20 million in profit. That's good. Gave them 20 goals, helped them win the Conference League. And that's that. So Arsenal becomes Chelsea's fourth signing. And even before, some Arsenal fans did a petition, #no to Madueke.
It tells you that the coach wants the player, but the fans don't.
The fans don't.
Because the fans watches the game more than you, the coach. And they feel the player does not suit. But again, for me, I'll be happy for him, because the Arsenal team has not been too exceptional, especially with their attacks. If Kai Havertz is still in that team, then Madueke can be there.
Okay. You think he has a chance?
He has a chance.
Okay.
Who is their top goal scorer? Who is their leading striker?
So last season they really struggled
with goals.
They struggled.
And there's a player who has given Chelsea 20 goals.
Or in 92 matches.
In 92 matches.
Well, so Madueke, it becomes Arsenal's fourth signing. They have Kepa, Riza Balaha, again another former Chelsea player, Christian Norgard, Martin Zubimendi, Christian. Okay, so that's Madueke. And then the players they are in the process of signing: Victor Gyökeres and Christian Mosquera from Valencia. So see, interesting stuff. So Donny Madueke gets his move to Arsenal. Staying with transfers. After years and years of negotiating, Man United and Brentford, I couldn't believe this. Man United and Brentford finally have agreed a fee for Brad Mbeumo. He joins the club, 65 guaranteed, with 5 million in adults. Maybe you can tell us from an agent's perspective, how has this move taken this long?
It's because United has changed their way of recruitment. They will not allow any club to push them to the wall.
But it's ended up paying.
It's because the agent who is negotiating on behalf of the club and the player did his job. Look, when it happens like this, the first thing you, the agent, you are looking at is what is in there for you.
Okay.
Because if it were to be me, the first thing I'll tell Brentford is, look, I can get you this money.
Okay.
But if I get you this money, this is what is there for me. I can tell United, look, I will get you the player you are looking for, but then this is what is in there for me. So the middleman who becomes the agent of the player has to negotiate with 2 clubs, and he wants the move. Now, this is what makes the agent's work very easy. The moment the player shows interest in moving to the club, it becomes a very easy.
In Mbeumo's case, he did say very early that it is Man United he wants.
So now it puts the agent in a position whereby, you know what, push United just to pay the money. This is the player profile speaks for itself. I mean,
the numbers
are there, the performance are there. So push the agent. All the agent has to do is to push United to accept what Brentford, because he knows what is in there for him. Now, if you want to have an example, look at Pogba's agent, the late Mino. His move from Juventus back to United.
Yes.
He alone made over 30.
Yeah. He made good money. Mino cashed out big time on that.
He made Juventus understood that, look, I can get you the money. And that is why Brentford was so reluctant, because they know definitely United will be pushed to pay when it's getting closer.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, what happened?
they got their 65 guaranteed.
At the end, in total, it's a 70 they were looking for.
So that's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted.
And they have that. I see. So for those who do not know, Man United and Brentford have agreed a fee. For those who want more details, Man United say they will pay it in 4 installments. They'll pay it in 4 installments. So maybe about 17 million every time, or they'll pay that. So now Mbeumo will become Man United's 3rd signing after Matheus Cunha and left back Diego Leon. United had to send in 3 bids. First 55, that was rejected. Then 62.5, that was rejected. And then they sent a 65 million pound move guaranteed, and then 5 million in add-ons. Christian, you mentioned the numbers. For those who are interested, last season Mbeumo had a wonderful time. Played 38 games, contributed a total of 27 in terms of goals and assists. The XG was supposed to have been 12.26. He exceeded.
Yeah.
Expected assist 9.2.
He exceeded.
Or 9.3.
Every target that was set for him last season,
he exceeded everything. So you are right. He had the numbers.
Why wouldn't you pay that money for such a player?
I see. The numbers will boost.
And I think they were using the Cunha deal.
Yeah, because United paid 62.5 for Cunha.
Brentford was being smart in the art. If you can pay for a player for moves this amount, how about our star player? Brentford was ahead of Wolves in terms of the table ranking last season.
Yes.
Give us what we are asking for. Look, this trip, the market has been very, very, very dicey. The market has been. If you don't hold your grounds, you either lose or you gain. And I like the way the market is going.
I see. Trust me,
the market, even in Ghana, I'm really keen. I'm following the local tip.
Yes, guys, we are back for the second half. Yes. Nigeria 3, Zambia 0 for the first half. So we are back for the second half. Stade.
Players who are football already at the age of 18 in the People's Republic of China, trying to get on the end of it, and instead it's in the safe hands, which is a nickname, of course, of Nadozi. I think the problem for the Zambians is, as you say, they've not been good enough going forward when they had easy passes to make, and they've also not been good enough at the back either, so it's pretty simple for the coaching crew to understand where the problems are at the back and up front, and that is really not what you want in a major quarter-final.
Definitely not what you want, and I think with the substitution of Mukoma, I think perhaps they will be able to fix that, and I mean, going forward they need to do better in terms of their ball supply and finishing passes.
Ajibade looking to play it into Hezuo, looking for her second. She scored in a very, very similar position to that in Hezuo against Botswana on match day 2 in Group B for the Super Falcons. Ajibade, who has been Nigeria's creator-in-chief in this tournament so far. No one had made more openings as Musole playing it dangerously around at the back. Katongo just gets it out to Belemu. Shanda. Moving forward again. She's not going to find Chilufya. Well, we've been waiting for this Nigeria side to turn up at this tournament and come in with such a proud record in this tournament. 9 titles from 12 attempts, only ever beaten by South Africa last time out in 2022, by Equatorial Guinea in both 2008 and 2012. And each time they have lost the trophy, the Super Falcons, they have won it back at the very next opportunity. Well, the group phase displayed didn't suggest that was going to happen, but as we have seen time and again in tournament, that it is not how you start, it is how you finish. I remind you of Senegal in the Men's Nations Cup in Cameroon 3 years ago. I think they only had 1 goal at the end of the group stages, and they ended up as champions, and that 1 goal was a penalty deep in stoppage time. They're in behind again. Ajibade. Hezuo in the middle, and Hezuo is who she aims for. Lucy also trying to get in on the act. The Nigerian player down over on the far side, so we may well have another break in play here. It's Ayinde who's down. Not spotted by the referee, but on the top right hand corner of your screen, you might just have been able to see Ayinde lying on her back, holding her head, and surely the whistle will go now belatedly. It is blown by the Moroccan official. Well, the minutes ticking by will obviously help Nigeria. We went through the group phase despite the criticisms of their lack of goals without conceding for the first time since 1998, which is no mean feat in itself.
Yes, and that was to show how dreaded the Nigerian defense is. I mean, they haven't conceded, and that's something that the team is, known for. I mean, they've done it sometime in 1998, and they are doing it again in this edition, and it's almost looking likely that that's the same thing in this match. They are likely not going to concede, and that's good. That goes to show how good the defense of the Nigerian side is.
Well, there are still medical people on the pitch, and the weather's shaping up to take this. Finally, Ayinde is taken off, so action can resume. Mwemba round the corner, up to Mikoma, the substitute. 18-year-old tasked with trying to get her nation back in to this game, but if Nigeria do go through this without conceding, the confidence again will just be sky high in that camp.
It will be. I mean, every record, every positive record you've gained, you've broken in this tournament, I think it will serve as a morale booster in going into the next game, and that's definitely what it will do for them. It will increase their confidence going into the semi-final.
Banda. Still she goes, Barbara Banda. Chilufya wriggling forward. Here's Chanda with a striker goal. And Chijini goes down. Mukoma. Two in the middle. Banda was one of them. It didn't come through to her. Chanda with the header. Banda on the turn. She goes down and instantly Bushra Karbubi, the referee, saying there will be no. There's a hint of me thinking about a penalty there. To Zambia and Vuvuzela. You can hear being blown, trying to rally the team. Katonga. Into Mwemba. Maluba. Deep lying Mary Rilonde. There's a lot of the unseen work in that midfield for Zambia. The mother of one, and she goes to the right hand side. Neat footwork for Chilufya. Mukoma. There's wealth of attackers on the pitch. Four forwards really with Chanda behind. In he goes into the middle. Kundananji only as far as Banda, who goes up. And Nadozi comes out and gathers. And Banda holding her up. And that was far more bright and positive than the Copper Queens for once. A coherent attacking build-up.
It is definitely. You could see Mukoma's impact since she's come on, and great supply from the side to Nigerians' attack, and Nigerians' defense, and we could see how promising it is. Like, hopefully they can, improve on this, and perhaps they can get something out of this.
The thoughts of Desire Operanozi alongside me. 4 times a champion with the Super Falcons. Scoring in 3 finals, including a memorable winner against Cameroonians in 2016 in Cameroon. Well, Nigeria had a day's less rest than their opponents coming into this game because Zambia had a 6-day break. Nigeria just 5. But it's now going to work the other way if Nigeria do make it through to Tuesday's semi-finals, because they'll have an extra day ahead of meeting whoever emerges triumphant between Senegal, who squeezed through as one of the 2 best third-place sides from Group A, and they take on South African side looking to defend their title, and he purred in their final game in Group C when thumping by 4 goals to Nerland. Noah Havler, that Zambia coach talks about the hunger of her side, and Banyana's hunger for goals that night was very, very apparent. 7 different goal scorers for the South African side, which was always what you want as a coach and a player, to know that you can find goals from all over the pitch.
Definitely, and that's one good thing about this Nigerian side. They have a couple of number of players who have been on the scoring sheet, and you can't say the same for the Zambian team. It's between Banda and Kundananji, and when those 2 are not scoring, the team suffers.
As they are today, and they really are suffering. That bubble has been well and truly pricked for the Copper Queens. Such high hopes they have coming into this game. And they were popped as early as the 2nd minute, and they just haven't seemed to recover, certainly not in that first half. In this second half, they are finally settling down and playing their game, and a lot more composed, they seem.
They are. Now, in the second half, they've had more of the ball, and they are pumping in those balls into Nigerian defense, and looks like they're finding their feet finally.
Yeah, because they were running around at 100 kilometres an hour in the first half, chasing the game, and it just worked and played very much into Nigeria's hands. Katongo looks deep into Banda. Charlotte, at present, just getting the better of the reigning African Women's Footballer of the Year. We've seen very little of Kundananji, really.
Yeah, we have, and that's kudos to Alosi, who have actually done a very good job at keeping her silent.
Super Falcons coming forward. Jerry Lucy. Stick where Hezwell cannot control. Back into Belemu. And to approach the hour mark. Zambia with big work to do. And it's Senegal in the quarters last time around. They needed penalties to win that. Nigeria in their last quarter-final. And thanks to Rashida Ajibade scoring the only goal against Cameroon. Move it down on the floor. And it was the first quarter-final Nigeria have ever played in this tournament, given that previously there were just 8 teams in the competition, as there were right up to and including 2018, and went straight to the semi-finals. And of course there is an extra knockout phase. And there was in the semi-final as well. Both sides came and stuck. Zambia losing to South Africa by a goal to nil. Nigeria knocked out on penalties by Morroco. And also, 2 players dismissed in that game, Ayinde and Ajibade, who will have far brighter memories from this next knockout encounter. And there is Ayinde, forward into Ihezua. Skipping past Bellemin, just running into Bellemin, obstruction called, and then there'll be a free kick to Nigeria. And we've seen just how dangerous they are from these sorts of positions.
Yes, very dangerous, and that's one good thing about this Nigerian side. Ihezua, Okoronkwo, both of them from the flank, even Ijamilusi, their ball drive, towards the Zambian defense have really, been very good, and they take the defenders on and try to, cross in the ball, which has really been very good so far.
The Nigerian player down on the 4 metre is going to be a little bit of a break. It is Ihezua. Nigeria debuted a long time ago, back in 2016. In the side when Nigeria last won it in 2018, they needed penalties that day to see off Banyana, as well amongst those finding the net in the high pressure shootout. Great standing over it, and Zambian players must be sick to the sight of her, because she has had a really good game, the 28-year-old. Canada these days with FC Toronto, after spelling the Chinese Women's Super League, and she's brought real energy, a goal as well, an assist already as well, and super deliveries. Dinks it in again, Wemba, Chanda, Katongo, and Chijini. Lucy moves that back. Chan, it is, touches it back in. And to McCall. Now they're going through the middle. Corner needs help. He's got Kundanaji behind her. She plays it instead to Chanda. Opens it up to Katongo. Balamu. Much better football this from Zambia. We just didn't see them playing like this at all in the first half. And he swings it in. And they will get a touch, and Ronaldo will usher it forward only as far as Plumter. They'll have to build again. Finally, we're beginning to see a little bit of what Zambia are all about. But unable to find the cover. You see the ball clipped in again. It was amazingly dealt with by Mwemba, but she got enough on it. See that she missed her attempt to. She was unfortunate to see it hit her standing leg. And she is again just allowing this to run through to Musole. Do you go 3 goals up in a game by half time? Is it difficult to keep the momentum in the second half, or do you just sort of drive forward?
Well, it is difficult to keep the momentum.
Coming forward here, Zambia. The goal now really could set things up. Driven in, deflected behind. She Need to do that. Oh, hello, thought it was going to go behind for a corner instead of spills into Nadozi.
Yeah, I think it depends on who you're playing against. I mean, with an opponent like Zambia, it is very difficult to keep up with the momentum because they are like a leech, you know, they keep coming at you, they want to score, they want to win. But then if you're playing against a lesser opponent, it's a little bit easy to play with.
Naluba. Katunga just too heavy. Towards Andrew. It's a very frustrated figure. And Florence Lucy is down on the floor. And we'll be trying to get us back underway. Morocco will meet Mali in the second quarter-final, 1900 GMT. Just over an hour and a half. Game in Rabat. The winners will meet either Ghana, Algeria, South Africa. I wonder what they're thinking as they watch on northeastern Morocco. Katonga with the header. Kundananji turns but just transferred into Alozi. Maluba. Throw into Nigeria. More changes coming for the Copper Queens. They need something, and they really need it now. Martha Tembo is going to be coming on. And so too Mercy Shipasula. Maluba is off. After a fine start to the tournament. She's found it really hard going today. Maluba, just 18 years of age. So Shipasula, just 17 years old. Very much tip for the future. Big move to the United States when she turns 18 next March. Same agent. Understand is the likes of Banda and Kundananji. Tembo, meanwhile, is on as well. So, Tembo, experienced member of this side, slot in at fullback, which we will have some defending to do now. Chagini with the strike. And Rose left her. Gee, but a really difficult ball for her to take. Didn't that
Yeah, that's a difficult ball indeed.
And Nigeria made their change as well. Central defender, which is possibly not the move you were expecting. 3 goals to the good. It's Sikiratu Issa, 27-year-old based at home with Natawara Amazons, who's waiting to come on. She is going to have to wait. So let's look at the change at the back. Tambo just slots in at left back. And they're going to throw an extra person forward. Zambia play with a 3-woman defence. It's risky, but you've got little to lose.
Of course, I mean it's very risky, but I mean you're losing 3 goals down, and what choice do you have? You have to throw in everything you've got, and I mean it's a risk that is worth taking, and it's a good move from the coach.
Well, this might not be making the coach seem so happy, because she's just taken off one of her fullbacks and brought another on. And then moments later, fullbacks left on the pitches, trudging behind to receive treatment. So that would be a concern. Tembo, forward to Mikola. Over to Chibere. Top scorer in the competition 3 years ago. In the first, this time around. Gets it back to Nigeria skipper. Good tackle coming in from Katonga. from that knock that made her flat a few moments ago. Issa is on. So Nigeria, defender for a forward. Moments after Zambia did exactly the opposite move for them. One side needs goals and one side needs to continue their fantastic record of not conceded. Algeria, the only other side of this tournament yet to concede a goal, and both those sides in. Algeria, Ajiba there. Put into Johnny Lucy. Gets it back to Ajiba there. And just tipped and fell. Further with the foul. And the referee won't have a word with the youngster. But that was Ajiba is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what she's all about, and she's really good at doing that. But then I think she needs more option when she's in that situation. Jamilusi have, gone ahead. I think Alozie was a bit late. If she had, joined the attack, I think Ajibade would have had her as a second option to give that ball to. But all in all, she did well by, holding play and making sure she doesn't lose the ball.
Morroco with another opportunity to test the Zambia's back line. We saw Winsola Babajide putting in these sort of balls in the early games for Nigeria. She could consider herself a little unlucky not to be back in the side, having been rested for the last game. It's all about seizing your chance at this level. That's what Morroco has done. Into the middle it goes. And Nigeria 4 goals to the good. Well, this was supposed to be a contest. It is anything but. And Temahid has her first goal of the tournament and looks out. She celebrates it as well. Nigeria 4, Zambia 0. And there is still a quarter of this game to go. And at the risk of repetition, slip the ball into the box. And the Nigerian head, once again, is just something Zambia cannot deal with and seem to find incredibly hard.
It definitely cannot deal with it. The 4 goals Nigeria have scored, it has been the same pattern, the same aerial duels, and each time that those balls comes in, flying into the Zambian defense, Nigeria gets at the end of the ball and, they just deals with it every time. Good delivery from Morroco, by the way. Good follow-up by Demeni. Good goal.
And she's racking up the stats off her rock rope. She's scored 1. She's made 2. You've got to ask, where was the marking? Because it's a clear problem for the Zambian defence. Do the basics. Stick to your opposite number.
Exactly, and I think the coach have focused more on the attack. I mean, this goes to prove that she has done more work in the attack than in the defense. And you can't lose 4-0 in a game of this caliber, quarterfinal, and you just don't have an answer to deal with. The same kind of goal. Each time is the same area balls, and you just cannot explain or tell your team how to deal with it. It's really not acceptable.
Well, Nigeria can't quite close to emulate their 4-0 defeat. Which they've inflicted on Zambia in 2018. And with 20 minutes or so to go, you're already thinking about the 6-0 from 2014 as well, when you scored twice to Zaouli. Coming forward. There's no one in the middle though. He tries it in. Hesitation at the back. Timbo tries to get it away. Kitongo just gives it back into Ayinde. Lucy just really rode that challenge. She's got strength, doesn't she?
She does, and she's brought that strength into this team. And the fact that she's been, running on this line back and forth, she attacks, she comes back to help the team in the defense, and she wins the ball in the opponent's area. That goes to show the level of her strength and how much strength she's brought into the team.
Yeah, she was the top scorer last year in the Nigerian League with Edo Queens. And she was a bit of a wild card selection for today's game, but she has more than justified the selection of the coach. Madugu into the middle, goes again. And there she is. Johnny Lucy, unable to profit on this occasion. But going back to the defence for Zambia, Morroco has tried to change things. She brought in Maluga, who was a midfielder, into central defence. She decided that Nachula, who plays, has done many years in her career as a striker and does at club level, she'd come in at full-back. So it was kind of like a makeshift attempt to sort out a long-standing problem for the club of Queens.
Yeah, but then it's not. It hasn't clicked. It's not working, obviously, and that's a big problem for this Zambian team.
Tembo. Wemba under hit. Jidere battling. Showing all her qualities for Nigeria's skipper and getting away from Wemba, and they're two in the middle on this occasion. She cannot deliver the cross in the style that she would like to. I don't know if she can do much better than that. But we can't knock her because she's had a very, very good game for the Super Falcons, their captain. And you obviously know fantastically well.
Very well. She's a leader. She's been leading in every of her play, in every of her activity on the field. We've seen how she's carried the team, and she's done really so well.
Chanda for Zambia. It's had better games for the Copper Queens. Really go. And here are the changes. There's everything. A triple substitution can be coming. We're now doing Asisa Oshuala, we're going to see for the first time since she reacted badly to being substituted against Botswana. Nigeria's second game in the group. Couple of interesting colours for the hairstyle. As Oshuala comes on and Okoroko melts the applause of the crowd. Ayinde coming off, so too Echejini. Christy Uchebe coming onto the pitch as well. Triple substitution, and Deborah Abiodun is also on. She's back from suspension. Very unfairly suspended, in my opinion, because the referee simply booked the wrong player. One of her cautions is Sisa Oshuala goes down the middle, and this is just dreamland for Coach Madugu, because Sisa Oshuala wasn't in the best form in the opening games, and now she's got an opportunity to find the back of the net, show us her class. And as Kundananji tries to do exactly that. And if she can score and do well, it will just mean the Super Falcons are even stronger when the semis come around.
Definitely a player of Asisat's caliber, and former African best player. I mean, her presence on the team, on the field, is definitely an advantage, for the team. And if hopefully if she can get her name on the score sheets this afternoon, it will be a roller coaster for the Super Falcons.
Well, she has scored once, Nigeria's only goal in this tournament in the opening game against Tunisia, but she didn't really know too much about it. It came off her shoulder, the slightest of touches. She would be desperate to drill one home in emphatic style to show the continent that she's still got all the qualities that made her a six-time Women's African Footballer of the Year. And here she is. She does try to go, but she doesn't trouble. And Sole goes straight into the action. Struggled for goals at club level so far this season. She just needs one for her confidence to get her going.
Definitely for her confidence, and I mean, nothing would do it more than getting a goal for a striker, to get back into the groove and start rolling with the flow and get her confidence back. And I hope she can actually make it happen here today.
So, in Nigeria's front four, we've got two players with red hair, one with blue, and one with yellow or peroxide. Let's say a bit of time on their hands in camp.
Well, I guess it's their style, and it actually looks good on them. Improves their confidence and the way they look.
I remember when blue boots and red boots were something out of the normal football pitch. We're going back a fair few years. Here's Banda for Zambia. A consolation it will surely be if they do manage to find a way past Nadozi. This time around, really important header there to stop Zambia doing exactly that. To maintain this impressive defensive. It is one thing to do it in a group containing the likes of Tunisia, Botswana, Nigeria. Is something else to do it against the likes of Banda and Kundananji. And they have been given barely a sniff. I still make it that Nadozi in the Nigeria goal has not had a shot on target against her, because Banda was off target in the first half, and then Chanda, who had a really presentable opportunity, very much fucked her eyes.
Yeah, and again, that's how well the Nigerian defense have done. Kudos to Demehi, who have, managed to battle it with Banda and Kundananji and Ohale as well. They've kept them at bay. They've made sure that pressure was not given to Nadozi.
That's a pleasant clash of heads there involving the Adonis in the most fortunate in this tournament, a 21-year-old based in the United States. Clashing. Chipasula, who made her debut last time out for Zambia, you would have known. Really impressive display. Happy of him as well. Shot stages in the group phase. Any collision involving heads obviously drawing immediate attention and very much justified break in play. But this has gone so far from what she would have hoped. She was saying in the press conference yesterday that Zambia's transitions were, in her opinion, the best in the world. We can say in the first period they were far from that, and they simply just couldn't find each other.
Well, exactly, and I mean, that statement, there's no better game to prove it than a game of this quality against the top side like Nigeria. And I mean, in as much as their transitioning is very fast, it's very quick, and we've seen them actually live up to that standard against other teams. But against a team as Nigeria, this is where you show those qualities to actually, prove that your team is of world-class standard.
So many things the Zambians can improve. Set piece for them. In the first period, they simply could not find a fellow player. Total contrast to set up for Nigeria have done. No free kicks and corners. Here's an opportunity with just over 10 minutes left for Zambia to correct that unwanted record. Chanda standing over it. And normally, you praise her passing and ability on the ball. Just been off it. I understand that a mild concern about her ankle before today's game. It's the last match as well, through suspension of course. And she finally the likes of Banda and Kundananji. And I wonder who can cause problems at set pieces as well. And the two players off the pitch over on the far side, those are the ones who flashed heads. Dinked in from Chanda, and the header. Jibele will get this away from Nigeria. Steaming forward. On she goes. Putting enough on it to play back into tempo. Just over 10 to go. Banda. In behind the hole. It's been a really good battle which the Nigerian has won so far. Into the middle it goes. Abiodun. Chipasula on the turn. To the byline she goes, Chipasula into the middle. It just deflects all the way to Banda. Chanda's free in the middle. She can find her just over the head of Chanda. Fluxer gets it away. And the Colonel will try again for the Zambians. Playing for pride. No pun intended, given the amount of players who do play for Orlando Pride. She clubbed selected in the group phase of the tournament. She said she was very surprised to do so, but she's used her height on countless occasions so far in this tournament to really good effect. She did so again. Here's Oshawa through the middle, found by Achille there, really heavy touch there. Remember, and now we're back into Oshawa's pass. She's on her own, she's got to go for goal. And she's fell, she comes down, a really close look. And the Moroccan referee. There's going to be another hold up in play as well. Well, she had a chance to get in behind that. Mwemba got a crucial touch, but still she had another opportunity. And she was forced far wider than she would like to have been. Since that Oshawa, 20 years of age now, and looking to cut it back unselfishly there, it seems.
Yes, exactly. I would have preferred her going all the way because the rest of the Nigerian team is far from her. You know, they are way behind, and I think she would have had that mentality to go alone and probably try to get a shot at goal, and perhaps who knows what would have happened from there.
She's got 4 white balls now. Oshawa. 3 titles went through in this tournament 11 years ago, just 20 years of age. So the tournament changed her life. And Zambia fans looking on. We saw a reporter from Zambia at half-time, and she said she needed a hug, given the first half display. She looked absolutely perplexed by the first half showing, but you have to give credit for what Nigeria's Super Falcons have achieved, and this has been a really good day as well for coach Justin Madugu, who had some of his doubters after the group phase. He came in, of course, to replace Randy Waldrum in September as an interim coach, and there have been question marks. What has he done today to answer some of those critics?
Well, I think one of the things he's done is, first of all, changing his lineup, giving the likes of Ijamilusi the chance to actually, prove her worth and her contribution to the team, and having to start Okoronko as well, because she's earned her place, having contributed in the Nigeria success throughout the group stage. I think that alone is actually kudos to her in believing in those girls and actually getting them to start in this game.
He'll certainly be able to answer his doubters now in far more convincing fashion.
Definitely, and I mean, taking the risk to not start Oshoala, and I think kudos to him as well, because with a player of Oshoala's caliber, you can't. For some people, you can't have her in your team and not have her starting in a tough game, like a game that is perceived to be tough, right? So it's actually a very good decision on his part, and it has actually paid off at the end of the day.
Well, once again, showing their strength in depth. Nigeria able to bring Oshawa off the bench. Francisco Ortega, she came into the side against Algeria and was one of the Super Falcons' brighter players. Vegeta, as mentioned earlier, has banned the let's fly from distance. Once again, thanks to trouble. Nadozi, it's leading a charmed life, that Nigerian goal. She's on course to have 4 clean sheets, and I'm not even sure she's made 4 saves properly in this tournament.
Yeah, in across all 4 games.
Yeah.
So she's cruising, she's having fun, she's obviously enjoying her time, and I remember before this game I spoke to her. I told her, I mean, this is what you're known for. I said she's likely going to be the player of this match if the likes of Banda will turn up. She will probably be an instrumental asset for the team today, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Far from it, let's be honest. Well, she said she'd been watching them as a goalkeeper, been studying them. She needed to expect anything. Trust me, I'm ready for them. She said she's had it far easier than she'd have expected. And she's also spoken about her desire to lift the trophy as a starting goalkeeper, because in 2018 she wasn't. She said, this time, I want to lift that trophy from the pitch. Well, a couple of games more to go for the Super Falcons, if that is indeed going to be what she achieves. Banda into Chanda. Number 3 in the middle. Kundananji tries to play it forward. It comes back to Banda. Still she goes forward. Banda selfishly, unselfishly back to Katongo. Once again, off target. Found nicely. But if you don't shoot on goal, you are not going to score any goals. I say that, but for the fact that Katongo in the next playoff last time around hit the post and it bounced off Ndozi and went in, so you get my point.
Oh wow, it was her the last edition, yeah?
Yep.
Great.
Which means that still, as we approach the end of this 4th meeting between these sides of this tournament, no Zambian has ever scored against the Super Falcons. And are looking strong. They'll be making the tournament sit up and take notice. South Africa, should they make it through, Senegal may give them a very, very different battle. If that is what comes to pass as Tuesday's semi-final, it'll be a really interesting game. Katongo. Mshwala. It's down to 3 minutes to go. Morroco trying to play it forward to Banda. Out of play. Well, who's particularly impressed you for Nigeria today? Who would be your woman of the match before we see who was chosen by the selectors?
I'll give it to Demehi. Demehi in the defense. I think she's really done a very good job to keep the likes of Banda and Kundananji very quiet in this game, and she's done well and she's got a goal to her name. I think she deserved to have it.
Sure, that's Morroco. We'll also have her thoughts on that, but as you say, all the pre-match talk about this game was how to stop the Zambian firepower. At present, fire blanks. Into the middle it goes. Remember, miscontrols, back into Musole. She's coming for some criticism. This time it's going to be the defenders in front of her who are going to be heavily lambasted, I'm sure. Really interesting to hear the post-match thoughts of Nora Houtlett, the Zambian coach. There's Mukoma into the middle, trying to find Banda, but just trying to get into Ohale, who's been really solid once again. Who set Nigeria on their way with that goal inside 80 seconds. Here's Oshuala looking to make it 5. In the 90th minute of the game, Ajibade, Elozi, space in the middle for Oshuala. She was clearly looking for the central striker, but with the ball in and stays at 4-0. Contrast, we can see the 2 coaches hands in their pockets. Resigned. The team will go again. They have a big qualifier coming up in October. The 2nd round of qualifying for next year's Women's Africa Cup of Nations, which takes place in March, also here in Morocco. It's underway. We're meeting Namibia. A few months' time, as for Nigeria, meeting Benin. 4 minutes of additional time. A contest that was decided long ago. Men's Nations Cup of Portugal to Morocco. 5 months. The women's tournament returning. Larbi going around the corner. Ajula there. Option in the middle. She can find the lead. And the goal glass is absolutely wrapped up. And look at the smile on the face of Florence. selection today, and she runs to the bench in celebration. She has her first ever goal at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, and they kept on going right to the end of the Super Falcons, and it is a 5-star display from the record African champions. And Zambia simply cannot wait for this game to end, and that was the pass that made it, opened it up. Chibade once again making and assisting a teammate. And look at the celebration. She showed excellent movement to just peg it towards the bench. A huge celebration, her first goal. Look at her go.
Very great goal, amazing goal. Nice work from Ajibade. I mean, she started it with her footwork, great play, right into space. Make sure she, sending that cross to Jamiluse, who is at the end of the goalpost at blind side to, tuck it in. A great goal from Ajibade. Nice goal.
Nice goal indeed. I mean, apparently Nigeria have goal-scoring problems, and the coach has said more than once that he was trying to fix them. The conversion rate was low. They have absolutely blown that narrative away in this display. 5 goals, 5 different scorers. With only the Hezro having found the net before in this competition, and suddenly from having just 3 scorers in the competition, Nigeria now have 7. So matching the South Africa's, you were saying how it's great to have the ability to strike from all over the pitch, and what a performance this is in Zambia. Very much back to the drawing board for them. It's going to be difficult for them to recover. What do you think they can take from this game?
I think they can take the fact that they showed up, they gave a very good account of themselves prior to this game. They should also know that
just pausing as we see it, Chipper Sulakon's ball would only be a smidge of a consolation. And she's still got it. Bodies in the area. Nigeria trying to hold on to their 4th clean sheet in a row. Ashwala spreading it out, and sorry, Dizan, go again.
Yeah, one thing they can take away from this game is how well they've done so far getting to this stage. And I mean, Nigeria is a superpower when it comes to African football, and there are no match obviously. But then I think the fact that they've continued to still attack to find goal is something they can actually take away from the game.
Some videos back on this, but it's going to be a horror show because it was deja vu after deja vu after deja vu. The final whistle goes, and Nigeria have shown all the qualities in class that have made them the record 9-time African champions. They are through to the semi-finals once again, just as they have always been on every single one of their 13th editions of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. They are 2 games away from winning back their title. Mission X is still very much on. Zambia, well, they were unbeaten before today. They've shipped 5 goals from Ohale, Morroco, Hezro, Debehid, and that late strike from Jamilusi.
Wow, guys, thanks for watching. Full time Nigeria 5, Zambia 0. Yes. Nigeria women 5, Zambia women 0. Thanks for watching. Yes, guys.
When we go back, they will have to rebuild. But for Nigeria, the journey goes on, and it's been turbo fueled as well by this performance. It has ended in Casablanca.
You see how
Thank you so much. My name is at that time 054-257-1061. Let me take this call. Hello. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I know you.
Okay, I
I'm
know.
out with you right now.
Okay, all right.
Good. Please, I want you to exercise patience for me and let me deal with House of Folk issue.
Hey, why do you even want to deal with Heart of Folk?
You see, now I don't know if Toby is helping the team or he's destroying it. You ask me why.
Why do you say so?
He has big businesses. The African Air, whatever, SAS.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how he's managing it? Is that how he's managing it? You see, this same circle of people around you, you keep on telling people every general whatever meeting that they are the people that are helping you most. Nathan, I don't want to mention them, but you said these are the people that are helping your trusted people most. And look at the way these people are dealing with you. They are costing you a lot of financial loss in the name of House of Folk. These people are draining you. They are sucking you like nothing. How can a team sign coach players without any clauses when you wouldn't need the players? They will ask your guy in the studio said, "Oh, I have this player. Let me bring him. You get this percentage." And players that the team doesn't need, you will sign them. They will come and sit down, play 4, 5, 10 matches, and then you eventually throw them away, and you have to pay fine. What is this? Is he helping the team, or he's rather costing the team? Because all this money are indebted money owned by the team, not him himself. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
All these monies are owned by House of Folk, not Toby.
Okay.
It is debt of House of Folk. So before we start the season, you have to pay all this money. How can you buy players for Didi? You see, he was a major fan before he eventually became the biggest shareholder. When he was a fan, was it how the people that were in terms of affair were handling the teams? The team transfers were handling the team's finances. They were handling the team's issue in terms of player transfer and all these charges. They are just disgracing the team. If you speak, they will tell you he is a chief, so you don't have to say this. The man is disgracing the team. Okay. Trust me, all these things, you see, the people that are around you that are doing this thing, you can't even fire one of them. You keep on telling they are your favorite people, but these people are causing and disgracing this team. Now House of Folk has become a laughing stock. How can a team, a limited liability team like House of Folk, will be doing such business? Nathan, will you do this business?
Will I do which business? Football business?
No, this kind of business the House of Folk is doing with players, and then they turn around within 1 year, and then they will come and collect $100 and something thousand.
Clearly not. No business should ever run like this, where you have to pay fine after fine. And no, it's not the best. It's not the best.
Some of us are sad, but you see, we just talk and we didn't get anywhere.
Well, anyway.
How? I mean, somebody who owns businesses, big business, World Trade Center and co. Is that how he's running his business? Man, this is bad. This is bad.
Okay. Honorable, thank you. Thank you. Let's get other callers too. But thank you so much for your call. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was Annabelle. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Sammy calling from Eburi.
Okay, Sammy, please go ahead.
About House of Folk, Masa. I'm very sad. My team House of Folk is making me look like I'm nobody in the whole world because they are disgracing me. They're disgracing me, Masa. I feel like quitting the team. Sometimes I feel like just I don't know. Because of what is happening.
You feel like quitting? Quitting the team?
I feel like sometimes I don't want to hear the name House of Folk. It's like it doesn't even exist. But I don't know. Because every day when you wake up, you hear bad news. Very, very bad news. Not like sometimes okay. I mean, one of the House of Folk big men told me that a kind of one team a planting.
Oh,
it's like they plant because at the end of the day, at the end of the year, they will turn all the losses into shares, and the big man in the team will take it because the big man who bring the money. You see, and when the losses come at the end of the year, they will turn.
Are you hold on, relax. Are you saying this because it is fact, or this is like your own feeling?
Somebody told me some big man, somebody closer to the big man told me, but I was not agreeing. But the way the losses are coming every day,
you are beginning to believe that it could be true.
I'm beginning to think it is true.
So for now, so that this person is alleging that this is what is happening, and you believe that it could be true.
Because of what is happening, he told me even about 5 years ago, but I was not thinking it's true. But now that he's coming, the losses are coming every day. You see they are owing this person, they are owing this person. So I'm beginning to think it's true because it's the big man himself having a lot of companies. That is how they lose every day. They lose money like that. I don't think. Because it is becoming too much. Why? Wow. Even I was hearing that they say now they don't want to buy players who don't speak Ghana language because they say the Tastel's time they were having players, a lot of players were in Ghana, people were Ghana, they are very strong. They are very when they go to the pitch. And then I was thinking, if they say come their policies that they want to use this policy to buy players this season, then that means they won't get the players that they can fight. Because if you say you want players who can speak Ghana language before you buy him, you sign him to the team. How many Ghana players are very qualified to play House of Folk? Because Castella was in Accra. I don't think Castella was speaking English. But he played. You see, and if you bring this policy that you want typical Ghana players, okay, maybe they will get.
Okay.
Otherwise they won't get. I know they won't get. So they will buy other Asante and other tribe. But if they insist, they won't get any player. That's what they are planning to do in this season.
I mean, that's for that one. We can't prove this. So for now, we'll treat it as
just try.
Okay, you know what? I'll ask a few questions and see.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. That's the call number. Give us a call. You can also send us a WhatsApp message, or you can get to our socials, Facebook, and drop a comment. My producers will compile all of them. This one says, good evening. Please shake the hand of the man in the studio for me. In fact, he's spot on with the analysis. You're asking if he's a Liverpool fan? No, he's not a Liverpool fan. No way. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Western Region Asanku.
Sorry, you're calling from?
Western Region Asanku.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a United fan. I make happy say we sign in Burma. Yeah.
No, but technically the player, they don't sign up yet. Even now they go do medicals. But they go sign up. They go sign up. So
the medical, they are the crazy go past.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. But what they claiming they say Indian Amadialo or go left go African Cup.
That'll be the thing. But how you go do it?
Oh, but I mean, left me like them for left Ghana to so you say them left far Ghana to go pick play.
Okay. Right now Ghana to they won't sell them, so
no be easy. They pay me
they say Ghana to attitude no good, so they won't sell them.
Oh, no be easy. I'm going to the play, but not
All right, Chairman. Thank you so much for your call. All right. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Let me take another caller. Hello.
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 Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yes, what's the name and where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, my name is David. I'm calling from Libya.
Okay, David, I want you to lower the volume on your radio, please.
Now, is it okay now?
Yes, and speak up. Please speak up. Let's hear you.
Okay. It's about the House of Hope. That man who actually called before this guy called. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that man because, to be honest, me too, I hear that thing almost a year ago.
Which of the things?
What they say that the financial loss and those things, man. It be those people behind the financial loss in this thing. It's true because I hear that there are some players, if you're not this person player, they are not going to play. Even if you are good players as well, they are not going to use you. So that's the thing that happened to us of now. That's why me, I don't really support local teams.
Why? You have to support your local team.
I don't support because the things that the referees they are not paying. They are not paying their referee. So how am I going to support local team? I forward the Togo League. Even Togo League is better than this kind of league. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for your call. We really appreciate it. This is Sporty FM. This is the Sporty Drive. It's 8 minutes after 6. All right, let's take a few more calls, and then we proceed. Hello. Hello. Yes.
You okay?
You know, Babu. Emmanuel, what is it? What every time you hear these bad stories?
I just came back home and I just and I heard you go, what are you doing here?
Well, you know, something came up and I had to support the show.
Charlie, you go sit down. Alright, Charlie, I feel wrong. See, we are not doing football in this country. I'm telling you, I'm always telling you.
So what are we doing?
Do you think El Ali would say you want only Egyptian speaking players?
But Athletic Bilbao, don't they want players from the Basque region?
So you don't sign any players apart from them?
Clearly not. They have other players.
Is it what you are saying?
They have other
players. Is
it
what you are saying? In this modern world, we Ghana here they are playing though. In this Ghana modern world, you say you want to let's be frank. How many Ghana players are played in this Blasters?
I don't even know where these rumors even came from. Anyway.
But how can you be a team and you say you only one speaking language?
No, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't make sense. That makes sense later. Oh, Charlie. Everybody stop disgracing us. They stop disgracing us. They stop doing that. A big club like Charlie, I don't know what they are doing. But as of like Charlie, as of Kotoko. Look at Kotoko too. Look at their senior brothers too. See, smoking shisha, drinking. Charlie, get a Charlie, how far be the I don't check the internet. How far be the promoting? I don't forget them. How far be the promoting?
Well, so the two clubs have agreed a fee now. So the deal
I thought do not take the 65
but the 65 that they wanted, that's what United paid.
I thought they said they want 70.
Yes, so that you see the deal they agreed effectively makes the deal. So United have paid 65 guaranteed, and then they'll pay 5 million in add-ons.
Ibwemo is for about like 30 or 35 million. Hey, so now they support the market too.
$55 million.
Brentford said last season he did well, so if you want the player, you have to pay.
No, let's be fact. Later. In Buemo, $55 million.
How much you buy Anthony?
Charlie,
my guest is asking how much United spent on Anthony.
Why you there, Charlie? Almost 20 million.
Who should they sell to? Who?
This one-digit billionaire.
The one-digit billionaire. He's the one in charge.
This guy is going to destroy my you. You put your stand up for. Most sorry you.
Yes, sorry, Nyadi.
Most sorry you. What is that for? Most sorry you. Have a good evening.
All right, Emmanuel, take care. Take care. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, good evening. This is Desmond from Tawadu. This is the Blues God.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. What I would say about the advice I have for this house of teams, they shouldn't be too tribalistic.
I don't know why everybody is jumping on that. They are just rumors, so let's not focus on the rumors.
Due to this same tribalistic led to the downfall of this NPC people, if you could remember. So we shouldn't be too tribalistic. That is what I would say.
Okay.
Then I also like to clarify me something on Gomez deal, because I saw something on text early morning when I woke up. What I saw that the agreement for the fee was 65 million and the add-ons was 6 million rather.
Okay,
that was what I saw.
No problem.
So
some portals report 5. Others report 6. It's just I'm still trying to get that, but it's really not a big deal. The point is that United are paid 65 guaranteed. Some people say it's 6 million. That is the add-on. Some people say it's 5 million.
Yeah, for the 6 million, I saw it from Fabrice.
Yes. I saw that.
It was 6 million.
I saw that too.
That was what I saw.
That too.
So thank you very much. Okay.
All right.
For your clarification.
All right. Zero, 6-1. The Black Queens are playing tomorrow. The Nigerians have just won their game against Zambia. So Nigeria are in the semi-finals of the Women's AFCON. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, Nathan.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Samuel, calling from Cantonment.
Okay, Samuel, please go ahead.
Yeah. How to focus? When I was growing up, when I was young, my father.
Everybody's on Hearts of Oak's case this evening.
When I was young, my father, he used to have to cook winter. I would chop the love or something. Like, he feed me when I was hungry. So I come to love how to go to the sense that, Charlie, now, as of Oak, if they play where I hear the score, and I don't want to hear the score like the star. Because my heart. I know the people, and these people, Ghana and Gaza, what did they do? Yeah, I know that understand. Like the football, we do them like the way, they get money way, the day way they feel like they won't go to work and there you go. As success, like I don't understand. So every day I'm in pain. Every day now I decided that I don't go support